Gwen, you have reached Carleon, the capital of Avalon, where Malcolm Tilwith Hegg lives in a large mansion. You approach the gated mansion. There is a gate. It is closed. It is wrought iron. It's got little spiky things on top. And there is a stone and mortar wall around it with little spiky things on top. I don't know what the spiky things are called.
Spiky things,
Yeah, I don't know what the spiky things are called.
They're called spiky things.
I'm going to call them spiky things. I'm sure they have a proper name.
Check to see whether the gate is locked.
The gate is indeed locked, but you see a servant.
I will approach the servant and politely ask if I may have an audience with Malcolm.
Of course. What's your name?
My name is Gwen Watson.
I'll be right back. Thank you, ma'am. Does a little curtsy and she goes off into the... She was on the other side of the gate, by the way. So she just came to see you at the gate and then ran back. You're there for 4 or 5 minutes. And then you see a couple guys with swords come on out. They're wearing nice clothing, but they have the look of a rough and tumble kind of person. A thuggish look that kind of seems out of place considering their clothing. Miss Watson, is it? You're not welcome. You're not welcome here at Tilwith Hegg Manor. I suggest you carry yourself on out of here.
I expected as much. But don't expect you've seen the last of me.
Oh, is that a threat, little Missy? Well, we'll be waiting for you. That's right. I can't wait to smack the little smile out of that little girl's face.
The things on the top of those are called
I'll give them the
finials.
equivalent of the bird. And walk off.
Did she just do that to me? No, hold on. Just let it go. It's not worth it. If she tries anything fancy, then we can get her. And it'll be all above board, mate, yeah? Oh, yeah, I understand that. Oh, yeah. We've been waiting for you. There is a upscale little pub near the mansion where you could possibly stake it out.
Oh, an upscale little pub nearby sounds great. I'm just going to wander on over there and see about a little drink.
All right, it is the...
Hopefully I can hang out outside the pub.
It is the proper Boar Public House.
What a name.
The proper Boar. And it's got a little picture of a pig with a monocle. It's really nice.
Sounds
We call it the Boar and Snore.
The Boar and Snore. I love it. Howard, your character, Luke, gets off the boat and sets foot in Avalon in the city of Carleon.
It sounds very much like an Italian city. It's confusing.
Carleon.
Carleon, not Corleone.
That's what I was hearing. It was like Don Corleone.
It sounds more French. Carleon. Luke gets off the boat, takes his first steps into Carleon, and a guy walks right up to him. Right-looking English sailor, kind of old. And he says, "Hey there, Monty. You're locked, aren't you?"
Are you speaking to me? I have no idea what you're saying.
Yes, of course. You're definitely the Monty I'm looking for. I've gone Australian. Let me try that again. Let me change his voice a little here. You're definitely the Monty I'm looking for.
All right. I don't remember telling anyone I was coming.
Well, I make sure I know everybody who's coming on my boats. See all of these boats over here? This is my shipping company.
I believe I've already paid my fare.
Yes, I know that, but I was wondering if you were looking for quite of a little opportunity here in town, since, you're from out of town. I'm sure you could use a little more strapping cash.
What kind of opportunity did you have in mind?
Well, I have a friend of mine. His name is Mr. Lynch, and he helps my sailors up from time to time, and I'm sure I could return the favor to him by sending you his way. He's got a tiny problem with a case he's working on, and could use a little more muscle.
Very well, I can go meet your Mr. Lynch.
All right, he's over at the proper bar.
He's at the what?
It's the public house.
Ah, I'll have to get used to your accents.
I can give you some directions. And he gives you directions, and hopefully you understand them and can get to where you're going.
I do what and do how, and then Bob's my what? Uncle? What are you talking about?
That's exactly how the Montaigne are like, really?
Thank you very much for your time, Monty. I hope you have a good day.
I will attempt to follow his directions.
All right. You have to ask some people at certain points, but you finally get there. And you walk in to the proper bar, which is kind of like an English gentleman's kind of club. There's nice leather couches here, a good standing bar. There are some pip Cheerio types drinking. There's a woman sitting over near the window and checking out every once in a while she's having a drink.
Average height, light skin, long dark hair in a braid, and I'm still currently wearing my traveling clothes.
See, she looks a little out of place here considering her clothing compared to the other people's clothing. But there's a guy here sitting at one of the leather chairs in front of a table with some paperwork on it that he does look like he belongs here. He's working on some papers, and he is described as the person that that Ian, the ship guy, told you to meet. And Clay, if you could describe your character.
He's got fiery red hair, but it's almost shaved short. And the reason for this is obvious because he has a powdered wig on the table next to him, which is apparently part of his barrister position. He's quite stout. He's got a round face and rosy cheeks. The rosy cheeks are the reason for the rosy cheeks are evident as he's pouring down an ale as he's working on these papers and trying not to spill it. He's got a quill in one hand and the ale in the other as he makes a few notes off in columns as he checks against different books, which apparently appear to be some sort of law books.
I'm noticing a theme to your characters, Clay.
Well, yeah, I decided to go ahead and make this guy drink too. I was like, hey, Inish, I like doing it with my last character, and I'm like, I only got to play him for a few sessions, so why the hell not?
What story?
And he's Inish, so I forgot to mention dress. He's dressed in a black suit suitable for court. You're not allowed to wear gaudy colors in court, so otherwise it'd be orange or possibly green, depending on if he's bad at it or not.
So my guy is young looking, like early 20s, kind of pale, dark hair, brown eyes, got like the pencil mustache coming down.
Ooh.
He's wearing Montaigne traveling clothes, if your characters are aware enough of fashion to recognize what cultures different clothes come from. They don't look terribly expensive, though.
Brian Lynch, you are going over some papers, and you have been talking to some people trying to track down this business associate. And you're pretty sure that he has skipped town and probably has some protection with him. So you want to make sure that you have people around you when you go confront him.
Okay.
You have talked to your friend Ian down at the shipyards because
one of my many friends.
Yeah, one of your many friends from the Brotherhood of the Coast that you do favors for. And
should I write him down as contacts?
No, not yet.
Okay.
He's just a story thing right now.
The only thing I have under contacts right now is he prefers spectacles. So.
And you're waiting to see if he can bring you somebody that can help you out.
All right.
I'm approaching the bar, and I will ask the bartender if he knows if any of his patrons are named Lynch.
He'll say, yep, that's the guy you want right over there.
Well, thank you, sir. It is so kind. And I will tip him a coin. I don't know what the coin of the realm is, but whatever it's called, I give him one of those.
Like pence.
I give him
a penny.
Give him a quid.
The hay penny, whatever it is.
He glances up. Hello, sir. What can I do for you today?
Are you Lynch?
Yes, I'm Brian Lynch. And who might you be?
My name is Luke. I am from Montaigne. I was sent here, told that you may have a job opportunity for me.
Were you sent here by Ian then?
If that is the shipmaster, yes.
Aye, Ian is the shipmaster. Basically, I have a little problem right now, and I was hoping that he would send someone my way. I have a business associate of my brother who has skipped town, and his last place of residence was over on Southern Avenue. And for some strange reason, the landlord isn't willing to let me in to see if I can examine the place at this point in time because they want to clean it first. Now, this business associate has also hired a little bit of muscle around him because apparently he believes either someone is after him or has something to hide, I don't know. But the only clues that I might have, first of all, to find out where he is would be in that little apartment of his. And then upon finding him, I need someone, with a little bit of muscle around me, so that if a bit of a brawl were to spark out of some sort, I wouldn't have to belly bounce them all, as it were. I see you don't appreciate humor. Very well. He takes another drink. Would you be interested in the job? It's a paying position, of course.
What is it paying?
Oh, I can be separated with pounds a day.
Very well.
Oh, and of course, lodging, food, that sort of thing. But yeah.
Then I can do.
All right, that sounds very good then. And if you ever have any need of a barrister, please contact me at any point in time. I'm very good at getting people out of tight situations, if you know what I mean.
Gwen is super alert right now because she is scoping out the place and trying to make sure she can find a way to get at this mansion place. And you kind of overhear that question, or overhear that conversation. Not only is this guy looking for people to work and help him out with this case, but he is a lawyer who could possibly help you with your own legal problem, namely murder.
That's a big legal problem there.
Mr. Lynch, have you been in Avalon long?
Usually I stay on the Innismore Isles, but the Innismore Isle lately, though, I've had to be here for, I'd say, about a year or two, simply trying to find out everything that occurred around my brother Ryan's unfortunate mishap. So I've gotten a bit acquainted with the area, and the Boar and Snore is actually a really good place to sit and drink and do my papers without the brawl happening at a regular basis. They're too busy doing their pip and all that stuff. I need another beer.
The bartender's already there refilling your cup because he's gotten used to you after a while.
And I'm winding my way through trying to get to Mr. Lynch over there.
It's not hard. This place is not crowded. Most people keep a respectful distance between each other. There's no
That's
people.
That's why it's called the Boar and Snore.
I saw the woman walking towards us.
There are.
Hello.
A bartender, can you get a beer from a friend here? You drink beer, don't you?
All right, I do.
Or do you prefer wine? You have the air of Montaigne about you.
We've got.
I definitely prefer a nice red wine.
We've got all of the spirits. Very well. Something from your homeland?
If possible.
I'll see what I have in from Charus. And he will go and pop a bottle of wine for you and pour you a glass.
All right, so I looked at Crystal, who was approaching us. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Did we attract you somehow? Something about us made you need to approach? Or are you a friend of Mr. Lynch?
No. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation.
Oh, I'm quite loud. Thank you.
And I heard that you, Mr. Lynch, are a lawyer.
Aye, that's correct.
It just so happens that I have a case that might be of interest to you.
Oh, really? He immediately sets what he's working on to the side, brings out a blank sheet of paper, dips his quill, then to the ink, and waits.
Well,
I will move over to make the lady to join us at the table.
You see,
I forgot my manners. Have a seat, both of you. Oh, you're already sitting. Oh,
I'll take a seat.
There are big leather armchairs just surrounding this table.
Your arms are up here.
Yeah, they are. They're like, and they got huge backs to them and little brass rivets everywhere. And
I turn to Brian and I say, you see, Malcolm Tilwith-Teg, who just so happens to live across the street, right over that way.
Oh, I'm familiar with these ruffians that come in here on occasion. They tried to start a bar brawl until they were shuffled out. The Tinder had to talk with Mr. Teg himself to keep them from coming in here again. Of course, because the Boar and Snores were the tidy-toity site, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what you mean.
Well, it's for the aristocratic and that sort of thing. They don't really tolerate ruffians, even though they're dressed in aristocratic garb. And those boys like to come in here and try to start a ruckus, and it just doesn't work with the noblemen around here, if you know what I mean.
Well, given my experience with Sir Tilwith-Teg, I'm not surprised.
Really?
My family and I met him out on the road while we were doing some excavations.
Excavations?
He met us along the road, and we invited him in to stay with us, just, out of politeness. I was researching the ruins while I thought everybody was asleep. And when I came back out, they were all dead and he was gone.
I see.
I sent him back to the city, and his men turned me very rudely away from the door.
This is very serious indeed, so it's not just a murder, it's a mass murder. How many people and what were their names? And you can just say, I say the names or whatever, so we don't if you want to.
Well, it was the entirety of my immediate family, so...
Your entire family was butchered, you said?
And all three of my siblings.
How distasteful. Are you doing all right? Have you been able to set your affairs in order yet? Are the bodies laid to rest?
I laid them to rest where they were.
Would you like a priest of some sort to go say rites over them or anything like that? I can have that. I can arrange that for you.
I've prayed over their graves, but it would be a great relief from my soul if I could have a proper priest go see to them.
Okay, just one moment. Hit snaps for one of the boys.
Yeah, okay.
Messenger boys are going to be in this place likely. Okay, I want you to go ahead and see Father Mulcahy. He's going to be over there in the 5th Diocese. I want him to go to, what's the location? Is it near here? I have a map of the area somewhere around here. He starts
It's in the Winchester Mountains or whatever.
Winchester Mountains. So yeah, I'll eventually come up with a map after a few minutes of fumbling. All right, here's a map here. It might be about 20 years old, though, but it should still show most things correctly.
I'll point to the spot. It's about half a day's ride from here.
Okay, I make an X on the spot, give it to Pip. Give this to Father Mulcahy and tell him I'll pay his usual fee plus travel.
Of course, sir. Right away, sir.
Thank you very much. Good lad, Pip. I hand him a pen.
I could buy some candy with this.
Make sure not to eat it all at once.
You sent the kid out with instructions to a priest to go give last rites, and now you are ready to go do whatever business you need done. I could buy a hoop and stick.
Like they have in America.
See how much I know about, like...
He's over there with the ball and kept going, damn.
I have one of those.
So
it's not like the kids over in the bad side of town. It's like, I could buy a rugby ball and then beat my friends up with it.
This could afford me a good stick.
Yeah, big ol' a nice one.
A few more pins, I'll have an axe.
Get yourself a shillelagh.
Yeah.
There you go.
I could buy a cricket bat and then a bloody cricket bat.
Hey, where were we?
You
something about Pip becoming a droog.